But yeah, this whole area behind us is gonna be a huge resort. So today we're going over to the Inspirada Town Center area. We're going to check out some of the new development over there. A lot of people don't even really know this is happening right here in Henderson, so I think it's going to be awesome. This community in particular can be really similar to Green Valley Ranch, and I think we can show that with the area that they're going to be building the new Inspirada Station Casino. That community has had so much just longevity, and the home prices have remained so stable. It's been a sought after place to live. So if we can kind of see that happen in Inspirada with some of the development that we have going on, I think it's just going to make Inspirada be even much more of a place that people really want to see themselves living in over the next upcoming 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Not too much. Stop all day. So yeah, over here in the Inspirada Town Center area, there's just a whole bunch of growth that's going on. Finally getting some commercial spaces, restaurants. It's got a brand new Starbucks, which is nice to have. But really the crown jewel of the whole area is going to be the Inspirada Station Hotel Casino that's being built by Red Rock Resorts. They're building it in the mold of Green Valley Ranch and Red Rock Resort, which are more higher end hotel casinos. I think it's really going to be like a centerpiece, not only for Inspirada, but really West Henderson as this area gets built out. And Green Valley Ranch has been super successful for so many years with the Green Valley Ranch Resort there. They have the district for dining and shopping. It's been an area that people have been wanting to move to, and it's been sought after. Prices have been stable just for over 20 years at this point. When you have that as kind of a game plan to start off with, and you've seen it be successful in one area of town, and then you could do something really similar in a brand new area of Henderson, I think the template's there, it should work, and as long as it's built out as nice as Inspirada has been so far, it's going to be really good. Where we're driving up right now, there's a huge roundabout in the town center of Inspirada, and it's probably one of the most annoying parts of being in Inspirada. Is a few of these roundabouts can be tricky, especially if you're not from the area. They're going to be eliminating it and setting up a streetlight intersection that makes it easier to navigate this area. So Station Casino is actually going to be partnering with the city to make that change to the intersection. Yeah, so we're right here in the middle of the town center. So the spot's cool because it's a liquor store, but they also have a small little wine and beer bar inside, and you can come sit on the patio. And pretty much every night they have a food truck of some sort here, so it's a pretty cool evening spot gathering that a lot of people like to meet up. Neighbors will kind of all meet up in this area, but it's kind of that town center vibe that they're going for here. Really works out well. You can see some of the stuff that's going on. There's open land here, but back behind me we've got the new Starbucks over there, our Henderson Library location, got a breakfast restaurant, the whiskey bar is back there, so plenty of development in the open land here. We've got it's zoned for commercial, so eventually that will all be built out as well. And in the background, there's new townhomes going on. So this is kind of the epicenter of where the Inspirada, like all the action's gonna be. And I'd say even for West Henderson, because West Henderson's really just getting started and being built out, and it's gonna continue going west towards the 15 freeway and towards Las Vegas Boulevard. So there's still a whole bunch of work to be done on that front, and this is kind of just the start of it. But I don't even really think we've seen what the finished product is going to be, because once this resort casino gets put in, that's really going to be kind of the anchor for everything else that can come into play as far as restaurants and shops and dining, and I'm sure that's just going to help to build things out even more so. That's really going to kind of set off everything else. If you think of Green Valley Ranch, it's really that's the hub of everything that happens in that area. People go there to hang out, to dine, to have a drink, to sit and socialize with their friends. That's where kind of like the meeting area is and the common area for that whole Green Valley area. This should end up being very similar, and they've already mentioned that they're going to have bowling alley, movie theater. So especially for someone coming from maybe out of state, maybe you're watching this and you're not from the Vegas or Henderson area, it might have a negative connotation to have a hotel casino right near your home, but it's very much a part of the Vegas and Henderson culture to have these local casinos, and that's actually where kind of the everyday hangout spots that most neighborhoods would have or most cities would have, that's actually where we have them. So like the bowling alleys inside of the casino, we have the movie theater inside of the casino, and that's just part of lifestyle, I guess, here in Southern Nevada in the Las Vegas Valley. And we've seen it, like I mentioned on the car ride over here, that the Green Valley Ranch has just proven to be a hub where it kind of creates the excitement and everybody kind of travels to be in that area. Same could be said for Red Rock Resorts. So Red Rock Resort out in Summerlin is a very popular destination, and it has downtown Summerlin right there adjacent to it. But for this specific area, I think Green Valley Ranch is like the perfect comparison, because this is going to be right in the middle of the neighborhood practically. Green Valley Ranch similarly has condos and townhomes and single family homes right across the street from the resort. And this is kind of going to be similar. I wouldn't say directly across the street, because there will be a bit of a buffer, but it is going to be kind of the epicenter for the entire community of Inspirada. So police substation going in, and Henderson Police Department Training Center, which is almost identical to what they have in Green Valley Ranch. And we already have a fire station in the back of Inspirada. So that's really good just from an infrastructure standpoint and for safety standpoint, having that police substation there. But yeah, this whole area behind us is gonna be a huge resort, starting out with 200 hotel rooms in the first phase, and then the second phase it'll get closer to 400, and if they need to build it out a little further, they'll add another 200 rooms. So like in total, it should accommodate about 600 hotel rooms. I've gone to some of the planning meetings. A lot of the concerns are as far as like safety. People had concerns of how close it is to schools nearby and whatnot, and basically the response was it's no different than Green Valley Ranch, which we've been talking about. That was a very big concern when they were building that one out, and it's managed to go off without a hitch. The best part about this area right now is it's not completed. So it's like if you had known Green Valley Ranch was going to be what it's turned out to be, and such a destination, a place that people really want to move to, it's like having that opportunity to do that before everything's gotten started being built. They're planning on breaking ground January of 2024. If that happens, you're probably looking at about a year to a year and a half build out, I would think. So probably mid to late 2025 is when this would all be completed, at least the first phase. But I really think like there's just so much opportunity right now. While Inspirada it's still in the phase of finishing up a lot of the residential area, there's still so much opportunity because all of the build out of the infrastructure and the commercial stuff that's going to go in isn't here yet. So people really don't have an adequate feel of how awesome this area is going to be and how vibrant it's going to be. And I mean, even as far as when West Henderson keeps building out, people are going to come and hang out in this center area. Just the amount of action this area is going to get, it's going to make it a destination that people want to live in, want to be close in proximity to it. So home values, it helps to keep them in the very least steady, and over the course of time, as it becomes more popular, probably even go up even more from there. Green Valley Ranch has been like a staple for that. It's just been so consistent as far as people have wanted to live there. Home values have stayed the same or gone up over the course of time. This area is probably going to end up being just the same once all of this is built out here. So, I mean, I have kids that live in the area, and as far as like concerns of a casino being here, no concerns on our end. If anything, we're happy they're going to have a place to hopefully get like a summer job at the movie theater or the bowling alley or something. I think that's part of it. Station Casinos has done such a good job of overseeing their other properties that they're building it like with Red Rock and with Green Valley Ranch that helps to ease a lot of the concerns. We know people that live in those neighborhoods and they don't have any trouble with being around those hotel casinos. It's really thought of as a positive. At this point, like probably the only knock on Green Valley Ranch living in that area right now is that the floor plans are a bit outdated now. A little more compartmentalized. The newer homes that are being built here in Inspirada are much more open floor plan. That's kind of the look and feel that most people are wanting in their homes right now, is that open concept where you can be in the kitchen and have sight lines and be able to conversate with people that are in the living room or the dining room. Right now, Green Valley Ranch is kind of lost some of its luster in that respect. Some of the homes need to be updated at this point. They're going on, you know, a solid 20 years old at this point. If you can get in before it's all built out here in Inspirada and get the layout, you don't have to do any remodeling. It's kind of like a win-win. You get the best of both worlds. So this area right here, all of this area is gonna be like mixed use right next to the hotel resort, kind of on this corner. So there isn't any definitive plans that I'm aware of, but basically that could be like offices and retail. It could be shops with like offices upstairs. It could be any kind of like combination commercial, residential type thing. That's what's looking like it's gonna happen there. Right here, this is a Tesla park. So this is the newest park that we have in Inspirada for the time being. We're gonna do a video coming up on, it's either coming up or by the time you see this, it's already been done on the newest park that's gonna be here. But for the time being, this is the newest one. It's got like the community pool, and then directly behind us would be where the Inspirada Resort would be. You're literally playing basketball and you've got the Las Vegas Strip in the background. Like, that's stupid. A couple dog parks, play area for the kids. The pool is for Inspirada residents only, but the park and basketball hoops, like these are managed by the City of Henderson, so anybody can come and enjoy these parks. For the kids that are in the area, like there's a lot of other kids in the neighborhood, so they all text each other. Let's meet up at the park, and everybody kind of rolls out. I think it's pretty rare in like Vegas, Henderson area to have a neighborhood like that. Not all neighborhoods are like that. So to be in a community where, you know, kids do go out and ring the doorbell to go play with their friends, like not always locked up playing video games, which nothing wrong with video games, but every once in a while to get outside and actually hang out, run around, get some physical activity in, it's always a good thing. We're like directly behind where you would see, we'd be standing basically in the shadows of like the new Inspirada Resort. But there will be a buffer area of like some mixed use land area where it's like commercial, residential, commercial office maybe, something along those lines. Plans haven't been defined exactly what's gonna go in there, but there will be a buffer, so it's not like you've got the casino and then you're right on top of the neighborhood park. Like there's gonna be some separation of space there, which is good. But this is where all of the action is gonna be. Like people are gonna be coming out to go hang out and go bowling with their neighbors there, or go catch a movie with their friends. Like, that's awesome. I mean, if any of this seems appealing to you, seems like the type of neighborhood that you want to be living in, or if maybe you just have questions about the Inspirada area, what's going to be being built and what it all looks like for you to potentially live here, you can always get in touch with me at 702-580-1071. Again, I'm Jesse Vargas with Urban Nest Realty. And I live here in the community of Inspirada as well. So like I've found it to be an area where me and my family want to be. And if it seems like something you might be interested in, feel free to give me a call. Definitely subscribe to the channel because we're gonna be doing lots of Inspirada specific content and Henderson specific content. So some of these items that we've touched on might get a deeper dive. Be sure to subscribe, that way you're getting informed when I get those new videos uploaded for you. And yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later. And the 7-Eleven here has got to be one of the nicest 7-Elevens in the United States. Like seriously, I went in there, I'm like, this isn't a 7-Eleven. This is like the holy grail of 7-Elevens.